make that 3 consecutive losses for the Blue Jays. But this time they do it in a different way. They don't get any. They get the offense. They get 2 hits with runners in scoring position today. They score 4 runs, but they allow 5. And they lose 5-4 to the Chicago Cubs. They've lost 3 straight, are now 11 games over the 500 mark. Seattle is now tied with the Blue Jays, and I believe since they've played a couple less games, and their record in division is significantly better than the Blue Jays, of course, they're now ahead of the Blue Jays. So there's that. And before we get to the game, though, we have to talk about the pregame festivities, because no matter how bad, or the Jays lost, no matter how bad it was, that was an emotional moment for Blue Jay fans, for Jose, his family, his former teammates, all that stuff. Because for me, on a personal level, I was never around to thoroughly appreciate Carlos Delgado. I watched him play. I was at games with Carlos Delgado playing, but you weren't at the age that you could actually appreciate what he was doing, right? For Jose Bautista, I was there from the get-go, right to the very end. So it was an emotional day for me as well, because I'm watching him crying, and I'm seeing all these great moments, and I'm remembering how amazing it was, and the tears start flowing. I was talking to the Blue Jays Center chat, and I was asking them, like, is it just me, or are these tears flowing? Am I nuts? And everyone was crying. So it is what it is. As a baseball fan, this is why, if you want to ever reassure yourself why you follow sports so closely, it's for moments like this, where you see a guy in Jose. I watched him when he was terrible. I saw him when he was at his peak. I saw his whole 10 years of Blue Jay and more or less his whole career. And it was a magical ride. And I can't thank him enough for really bringing me in as a baseball fan closer to the team than I already was. But bringing in a lot of fans to the Toronto Blue Jays. Because before Jose, sure, you had Roy Halladay pitching, but on non-Halladay starts, snooze fest. So it was outstanding. Congrats to Jose Bautista on an absolutely incredible career. Canada loves you. Toronto loves you always. And unfortunately couldn't be at the game, but it is what it is. Got work to do. But that's all I'm going to say about the Jose thing. I could sit here and talk for 20 minutes about Jose Bautista and about the ceremony today. But last thing, congrats to him on a well-deserved career, phenomenal career. And thank you for the memories and the bat flip emotion. And my question for you guys in the comments below before we quickly touch on this game, where were you when Jose Bautista flipped the bat against the Texas Rangers in 2015? Let me know. I was upstairs standing. I was not sitting down. Of course not. The way that inning was going, not a chance. And when he hit that home run, I remember my dad was in the bathroom. I think he was like shaving or something. Mom was in the kitchen, and I was jumping around like a maniac. Absolute maniac. So where were you guys when the Bautista bat flip occurred? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's get to this 5-4 loss, shall we? Because reality's got to kick in some point. The Blue Jays actually get the lead early on. Bottom of the third, Dalton Varsho leads off the inning with a double against a lefty, and right there you're like, whoa, that's different. But then Whit Merrifield fly out to center field, not deep enough to score Varsho. Springer gets jammed, pop up to the first baseman. That's that. And you're like, oh, here we go again, right? But Vladdy hits a line drive up the middle for a base hit, scoring Dalton Varsho, and the Jays have a 1-0 lead. You're feeling really good about yourself. Next half inning, Chris Bassett has a tough time getting it out. Cody Bellinger rips one off the wall, scoring Nico Horner. Runners in the corners, nobody out. Dansby Swanson comes up, and it's a 3-run shot. And just like that 1-0 lead for the Blue Jays, you're down 4-1. And for the Blue Jays recently, that feels like a mountain to climb. But the game of baseball does crazy things. Bottom of the fifth inning, Whit Merrifield comes up with Santiago Espinal on base, and I believe there was 2 out. I could be wrong. Actually, there might not be. But he drills one to center field, and it's gone. It's a 2-run shot for Whit. His 11th home run of the year, scoring SP, and the Blue Jays are within 1. It's a 4-3 ball game. Bottom of the 6th comes up, and with 2 on and 2 out for Santiago Espinal, he drills one to center field, but it one hops and goes over the wall. Schneider comes in to score to tie the game, but if it does not go out, Kevin Biggio scores and the Blue Jays have the lead. And it hurts. It definitely hurts. because it hurts you down the road and you don't score the rest of the game, right? You tie it at 4, though. But at the top of the 9th inning, Jordan Hicks allows a double to Cody Bellinger to lead off the inning, gets Dansby Swanson jammed, gets the out at second base. Well, second on to first. But then he throws a hanging slider to Christopher Morel, and he drills him down the left field line. It's a double. They got the lead 5-4. Jays do nothing in the bottom half of the 9th inning. Ball game. That sums it up for you. It really does. And the offense side wasn't the issue. Like, you only had 8 hits, sure, but you had at least 2 hits with runners in scoring position and 2 out. You scored 4 runs, albeit look, Chicago's offense is very good, so it's going to be, a 1-run game or a tie game for that long, and something's going to break, and it did, unfortunately. Espinal had a 2-hit night. He was 2 for 3 with a run scored. Obviously, the RBI double that he had with an RBI. 8 hits total for the Blue Jays, 11 strikeouts. They walked only 3 times. Look, we knew with Justin Steele on the hill it was going to be tricky, but the Jays did a good job against him. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, all were earned for him. The Jays did a job. They did fine. It's unfortunate that Chris Bassett struggled mightily to find an out in that 4th inning. Then when the bases were cleared after the 3-run shot, he settled in and was great the rest of his outing. Problem was, it was after he gave up the 4 runs. He went 6 innings, only allowed 4 hits. 4 runs, all were earned, 6 Ks, and he walked 2. Only allowed the 1 home run. But it was the big blow in the game. Jimmy Garcia threw a clean inning of work, had a hit and a walk, but got a strikeout. And Eric Swanson threw a clean inning of work and a strikeout. Jordan Hicks picks up the loss. He's now 1-7 on the year, albeit when you're a late inning guy and you have a tough inning, you're probably going to pick up the loss. So he goes an inning, allows 2 hits, both doubles. Obviously, the run to win the ball game for the Chicago Cubs and a strikeout. So for the Blue Jays, they look to salvage the finale tomorrow. Yippee. And it's unfortunate because with the Rays losing, at least right now, to the Guardians, the Red Sox are losing to the Tigers right now, and the Yankees lost to the Marlins. You had an opportunity here to gain a game on every single team. You now don't. And with Seattle playing later tonight, they could be, a half a game ahead of you. So we'll see what happens there. Tomorrow is the finale of the series. Hyun Jin Ryu, somehow, some way, is going to make the start tomorrow. Against a former New York Yankee, Jameson Taillon. His numbers aren't great. The Jays did a good job against a good pitcher today. Can they go out there against Jameson Taillon tomorrow and do a job? Please. 137 first pitch at Rogers Center. Find a way to win a ball game. I don't care what it takes or how you do it. Get a damn win. All right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and the celebrations earlier today for Blue Jays right fielder Jose Bautista, hit that like button. I do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on this game. All your thoughts, let me know. And of course, let me know your where and when you... Or not where. When. No, not when either. What the hell? Where were you when? Jose Bautista hit the 3-run. Man, gonzo. Out to lunch. I'm ending it here. You guys know what I asked for in the comments earlier in the video. Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below, so follow up there if you guys not done so already. And I'll talk to you guys, of course. I'll be here tomorrow. The finale of the 3-game set against the Cubs. Jameson Taillon, Hyun Jin Ryu, 137, first pitch at Rogers Center. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the result today. We'll talk to you guys then.